Hello, hello, good morning. It is January 4th of 2023. Welcome to the new year. And so join us on today's live. We'll be having some fun, interesting topics that we're talking about. So, to get us started, our January specials, we have 25% off our non-stick feet, which is your 52, 52C, 52D, 53, 54, and 56 for the non-stick feet. They're all really awesome feet to have if you're wanting to work with vinyl or work with leather, work with pleather, anything like that, any of the coated vinyls. You're wanting to do stuff like that that might stick to your foot, great options to have. And this month we have 20% off our thread. So here's some of our Isocord thread that's behind me. We have 20% off, so hop on down. And we have 20% off all the threads, so that includes our quilting thread too that we have. So there's some assortment for you. So we have 20% off my mom's favorite thread. This is the Ceraflex thread. So it is a texturized polyprimethylate thread. It's a very long word. But it stretches, and it's a great thread to have if you're wishing to get into sewing garments in the new year. So this is a shirt that was sewn with the Ceraflex thread. So it's got lots of stretch and give. This is a little kid's t-shirt of the Jaylee pattern. And I believe this is the boxier cut. But look at that stretch. And it's not popping, so. But it's a great thread if you're needing to mend anything with some stretch to it. So it's a little bit on our sales that we've got going on this month. I'm trying to think what we've got for classes going on.
Quilting with rulers.
Yes, we have our Quilting with Rulers class that's coming up here. That's next week on Wednesday, the 11th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We also have on Saturday the I Heart Quilt class. We have the vintage block, the vintage kite block with Kim. What else do we have? Oh, we have the Ridiculously Easy Jelly Roll class as well. Lots of new and exciting classes going on. So, I'm gonna have you flip it.
Can you flip it? There we go.
Okay, so welcome to our Facebook Live. This week we have a special guest with us. We have Carol, who you might see Carol every once in a while in the store.
Wave to the camera, Carol.
Carol just really does long arm quilting now that she's semi-retired, but we're going to interview Carol with long arm quilt services. So it is a service that we do offer. Some of you might know that, some of you might not.
So all of those quilt tops that you've finished up over Christmas break, or you are thinking about finishing up, we would love to help you out with quilting them. Some things that will help you get it ready, get a quilt ready for quilting, whether we're doing it or whether you're doing it yourself, is to make sure that you square your blocks as you go along, and then square your overall quilt when you get done, and then you're almost guaranteed to have a beautiful quilt when you get done quilting it. To bring it to us for quilting, you need to make sure that your backing is at least 4 inches bigger than your quilt all the way around, so that we have a way to grab a hold of the side of it and to quilt clear out to the edge of your quilt. That we try to take your, get your quilt done within 2 weeks. We do pretty good with that unless we really get a lot of them in at once. When you come in, you get to pick the pattern that you would like to use. We have several hundred patterns to use that you can pick from. You pick the color of thread that you would like to use on it. You usually look for something that'll coordinate well with your top and your back. We use the same thread for the top and the back. Our prices are very reasonable. You'll fill out a sheet, and on the sheet we ask you, is the top of your quilt marked so that we don't quilt it upside down for you? Is the top of the backing marked so that if you had in mind for your backing to go and you had a design on that, we don't end up putting your design upside down, so you have a really interesting quilt if you turn it over. And then we need to know that your backing is at least 4 inches larger than your quilt all the way around. That if you have pets at home that like to cuddle into your fabric, then just kind of check them over for pet hair to make sure. And if you press your seams, that'll help when it comes in. And trim your threads, because if you leave a lot of threads uncut on the back of it and you have light places on the top, sometimes those threads will show through when we quilt it. And you can bring your own batting, or we use Hobbs 80/20 batting, and you can purchase our batting. We don't charge you a lot for that. We just charge for what this top size of your quilt is. And so it turns out to be quite reasonable. We have had to add in the cost of a spool of thread with the way prices have gone. Of course, everybody knows that's been a problem everywhere. But we would love to see your quilt here, because we get to see a lot of beautiful quilts. And so think about us when you need some quilting done.
Perfect. I also forgot to mention, we do have our floor demo, floor model sale. So if you're looking for a new machine, we do have some great discounts on our floor models that we have been using for the last year or so. So that's an opportunity to get yourself a great deal on your Bernina if you're in the market for a new machine. That does, unfortunately, the calf editions, the special editions are not included because those are not used machines. Those are brand new machines that are simply on. So those are still available if you would like. So we've got a few of those left. So if you're looking at one, or it's some eye candy that you might think you need, head on down and we've got some for you. So if you're on the market for one. Otherwise, it looks like it's snowing here, so we hope you're having a great day. It's a great day to stay inside and quilt. You can always call if you have questions or you're having machine issues. Our number is 531-500-2731. Thank you. Have a great day.